welcome back. Back already with another video. This video this time around is a response to Scott the Rock Scout's Metal Tag 2022 Metal Tag. Scott put it up a few hours ago there, and I just haven't been able to think about anything else since. So I just made out my list and pull out the albums and other stuff and that. So just yeah, it's a great idea, and it was great to just pull out some stuff and have a little bit of a think about what you have and what. Well, we'll go through the questions. I'm sure Andy has put up a video already. It was awesome. So so this is mine. Quickly going to do it. Hope I don't make a balls of it because there's a lot of information, a lot of stuff happening here. But yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so the first question of Scott's was your favorite reissue of 2021. Jeez, 2021's been massive with reissues, Cancer and Slayer, Forbidden, and for me, one of my all-time favorite bands is Sabotage. So I chose Sirens for this album. I've always had on CD, but always wanted on vinyl, impossible to get, decent price. So this reissue came out a few months ago. Nice job on it, great reissue, sounds awesome. Yeah, super stuff. So that's my my reissue of 2021. Excellent. Okay, the next question was a band you discovered old or new in 2021. Okay, this is an album by a band, excuse me. It's featured in my top 20 albums, featured in my top 10, featured in my top 5 actually. So this is a band that was I discovered this year, German doom metal band. You probably know who it is because I've mentioned them a lot of times so far and showed the album a lot of times. But yeah, I have to thank Liam, the Death Doom Metalhead, for discovering these. This is Preserved in Time by Wheel. Awesome doom metal with a fantastic vocalist, in the vein of Trouble and Candlemass, that Skull, that sort of thing. Excellent stuff. This was a surprise for me. Liam mentioned it on his channel. I went ahead and got the CD, which I've now passed on to Gordon. And what an album. This is fucking great stuff. Great doom stuff. Okay, question number 3. Outstanding vocal performance. Wasn't sure if it was with an album this year, but I'm just going to go for an outstanding... I don't know what that was. Outstanding vocal performances recently now. So I picked Todd Michael Hall. Sure, some of you, or if not all of you, will know of Todd Michael Hall. He's from Riot. So at the moment he's done 2 albums with Riot. So I've got both of them here. 2 super albums. This guy is fucking the epitome of what a heavy metal singer should be at the moment in traditional heavy metal. If you haven't heard Armour of Light, it's their latest album or the one before it. Unleash the Fire, recommend it totally. Todd Michael Hall, fantastic singer. You may have seen him on America's Voice, The Voice of America, or The Voice, American Voice, that bullshit TV show. He was on there at one stage as well, but he's fucking fantastic. Great singer, absolutely love him, and Riot 5, great band. Okay, show a gap filler. Yeah, gap filler in a collection. Could have picked a lot of CDs. I picked a CD this time, by the way, actually. Yeah, I could have picked a lot of albums for this for the same band. But I just chose one sort of randomly because they're all in a bunch together and they're not that great. So I picked some Megadeth, Endgame. Yeah, it's been a while since Megadeth put out anything decent. This is just another substandard album that can just go in with the rest of the substandard albums they've had since what is it called, Rust in Peace or Countdown or that era. Endgame. It's a pretty fitting title. Megadeth, not great, don't like it. Okay, cheap pickup from 2021. Okay, this album I picked up, it was just under €10. Came with patches, CD, stickers, poster, you fucking name it, it was in it. So this is a Canadian trash band, never heard of them, obviously went by the price. Didn't realise that they actually sing in Spanish as well, even though they're Canadian, but it is just killer trash. One of the most brilliant drummers I've ever heard, and this is the band Anonymous. And the album is La Bestia. If you haven't heard it, check it out on Spotify or something before you go and buy it. I think it is pretty cheap on Amazon at the moment, but I think this is fantastic. For me, this was just £10. It's just, they gave it to me as far as I'm concerned for that price there. Best £10 I spent this year, definitely. Really enjoyed that album. Great, can't wait to spin it again actually. Okay, question number 6. Favorite artwork from a new release. There was a couple of choices. Probably Iron Maiden would have been one of them, but I went for the old nostalgic 80s feel of the Tritonus Bell by Hooded Menace. Take me back to my Master of the Universe days, He-Man and all them other shitheads. Amazing album, amazing artwork. Ben Scotter is that's the artist's name on that. But yeah, fantastic album. But the artwork is just absolutely amazing. I hope I haven't got that too close. But yeah, definitely my favorite album cover of the year. It's just got the beautiful colours, and the skull is just amazing. The bell out of the skull, brilliant artwork. Okay, favorite track of 2021. Oh, Jesus, that was a tough one too. But I was going to pick a song by Enforced, my second favourite album of the year, Malignance. I just love that track. But I went for something a bit trashier, more trash, it is trash. So I went for Silver Cross, the second last song, and side A of Artillery X. This whole album is full of catchy tracks, but that one for me just stands out. Absolutely love it. I love the little slow, low build up, and then it just kicks in and just fucking gets you, man. And it's fucking awesome. Brilliant vocals, great riff, great song, Silver Cross. Hopefully you've heard it, I'm sure you have. Okay, up next, the song that became an earworm this year. Earworm, I wasn't sure was it a good way or a bad way. For me, this was in a good way. Excuse me, very warm. So I picked a song from the new Iron Maiden album. Sanjetsu is the album, obviously, and the song I picked was Strahijo. Every time I see this album, the song just jumps into my head. Every time someone says Iron Maiden to me at the moment, that song just jumps into my head. It's not a bad thing, I love the song. It's very grown on me, but yeah, I can't walk past this album without fucking singing that song. The song's just there the whole time, but it's great. I love the way it kicks in, it's a good song. Okay, question number 9. 2 albums to be culled from your collection. There's probably quite a few, probably a few that I mentioned in my terrible albums video we did last year. But yeah, I picked up 2 obvious ones from my collection that I really don't want. That I just, every time I look at them, I just go, no, I'm not putting that on. Not fucking putting that on. So the first one I picked was a power metal band. I can't remember where they're from. This was Black Majesty, Children of the Abyss. I just didn't like the production quality on this. I just didn't like the songs. Everything just, yeah, sort of ran into each other, and it wasn't great. So if anybody lives within walking distance of me, they're very welcome to this, or not too far away. So Black Majesty and Children of the Abyss, and then another one was New Wave of Traditional Heavy Metal. I've seen a few people had this in their horrible albums or terrible albums as well. I believe they're a better band, but I just don't like this album, and I won't play it ever again. I just, every time I go flipping through records and I see it under the S's of it, no, just dodges. It's just not good. There's nothing to it. Don't believe the hype. Okay, so that was what they called Skullfist. Okay, I'm just getting rid of this Megadeth CD. Okay, where are we? See, I told you I'd get lost. Okay, bands I've gone off. Yeah, this was another album I think I might have featured in that as well. I did buy a few albums of this band, and I was really listening to a lot of them, and they were all over YouTube and everything, and I didn't mind them, but now I just don't see the fucking point of them. Just they're not. Maybe someday again we will, but it's the band Amon Amarth. They're not that good. I mean, there's a lot of Viking metal out there, and they're 100 times better than Amon Amarth. So yeah, I've gone off Amon Amarth. I mean, who knows? I might listen to them again, but at the moment, I just can't face putting that stuff on. So yeah, that's another one that's not the best. Okay, 90s album. Album from the 90s worth mentioning, I think was the question. I haven't these questions written down totally properly. This is question number 11. So yeah, this is an album, CD this time again, that I have in my collection a long time. It came from my brother's CD collection. Started spinning it recently and listened to it a hell of a lot at the moment. So this is by Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, Stranger in Us All, from 1998. Really like this album. Dougie White is on vocals. Great mix of stuff. It's traditional heavy metal and it's old school Dio era Rainbow, not the Graham Bonham and the poppy kind of stuff. There's some bluesy stuff on this. The likes of Airy and Black Masquerade, they'd fit on a power metal like maybe a Malmsteen album or something like that. But absolutely love this album. Playing it a lot recently now, and so that's Rainbow. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow from 1998. Stranger in Us All. That's my 90s album that I picked out. Didn't want to pick the usual stuff the whole time, so I thought that was a great album. Okay, 7-inch or a single that sold me an album. Okay, this is from way back in 1990. Someone's on my phone. Way back in 1990, Irish band. This is at the height of Bon Jovi's and the Def Leppards and stuff. And then out of Ireland came the band No Sweat, just arrived on the scene on TV. This is one of the singles they released from the album, Tear Down the Walls. Might have been their second single, just looking here. Yeah, the first single I think was Heart and Soul, or it could be the second. Yeah, so I love this song. Great Irish band. They only sadly produced one album. This is it here. This is the reason I got the album after the 2 singles that came out. So it's good Irish hard rock. AOR, it's not AOR, but it's soft rock, radio rock, if you will. But it's pretty excellent. Vocalist Paul Quinn's brilliant vocalist. Yeah, so that's my 7-inch single. Reason to buy an album answer, whatever. Okay, 13. Epic song of 13 minutes, or sorry, epic song, question 13, epic song of 8 minutes or more. Shit, there's a lot of talking videos like these, so many questions. But anyway, so I picked Sweet Sister Mary. It's 10 minutes and 41 seconds from the legendary Queensryche album, Operation Mindcrime. Amazing song, just fantastic, start to finish. I know it's part of the story, but it's just, it takes you in, that song. It's just fantastic. So epic is the word for it. So that's my choice for that song. Record store day thoughts. Right, this is one that sort of threw me aside because I don't really dwell or think about record store day too much. We have a small store in the record shop in the town where I live in Cavan. It's called Multisound. Noel, know him well, known for donkey's years. Sound guy, he does carry a little bit of rock and sometimes metal, but he's a good guy. He will get you what you want. You try to get what you want for you. Records Day Door comes around and you see the list of stuff that's available. Noel usually only gets parts of it, so you know what I mean. He'll not get a lot of the metal stuff, not because he doesn't want it, because he's just not available. So I just don't bother with it. But to me, Record Store Day is just like, it's reissues of albums or albums, just albums, releasing albums like that haven't been out before, but there's loads of shit with them. You're getting fucking coasters and socks and all the crap you don't need, and you're paying expensive prices, like, and they're just holding back getting other stuff into the shops. I think that stuff, as I say, I don't really pay no heeds on it. If I pick up something from Record Store Day later on, happy days, but if I don't, what the fuck. Okay, question 15, 3/4 way there. Music setup, changing your music setup. Well, for me at the moment, I've a Lenovo or something, record turntable, and I have it set into a small mixer, and I have it playing through my speakers, through my 5.1 surround sound speakers with a big subwoofer. It's about 1,000 watts. Sounds great, but as with all equipment, you always want to get something that's better and all that. But I'm happy enough with it. It sounds amazing for me. But I do need a new cassette player. The one I have, I picked up at a market, and it plays fine sometimes. Sometimes it plays on one side, one speaker, and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, so I need a new cassette player, because I do want to start buying cassettes, because cassettes are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Okay, question number 16. Biggest music disappointment of 2021. Obviously, it's going to be the gigs. Meant to see a few bands last year, especially Nightwish. I wanted to see Nightwish so badly. Didn't happen, and yeah, so hopefully next year the gigs will come back. Also, big disappointment, the death of Mike Howe from Metal Church. Very sad, especially with the circumstances that it was in. Amazing vocalist, totally been missed, man. Mike was a fucking cool singer and a great guy. So yeah, that was the biggest disappointment for last year. Question number 17, albums they're looking forward to in 22. An album you're looking forward in 22. For me, it's an album by English metal rock band, whatever you wish. Threshold. They're back in the studio. I think mid this year they're going to be releasing on Nuclear Blast to the follow up. Not to this, obviously. This is Dead Reckoning. It's one of my favourite albums, and I just thought I'd show it. To follow up to the Shires album, which I don't have on vinyl. I'm still trying to get it on vinyl. But great album, awesome band. If you don't know Threshold, get on to them. They're a super band, proggy kind of type rock, and brilliant, great stuff. Okay. Next question was a bit of a fuck up as well. Solo album. Who would you like to see putting out a solo album? I don't know, this was a tough one. I didn't know where. I was just looking through my collection and I was just thinking. One band that have changed their style completely from when they started out. Even with the same vocalist, but he's a brilliant vocalist if he's doing growls or if he's singing nice melodic shit, like whatever you want to call it. So I went for Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth. Just be great to see. I love the Opeth stuff. I love the whole change in style. There's not a problem with bands progress. That's grand. But I just like to see Michael step away from Opeth. I know it's his band, stupid, alright, but just do one album with the death metal vocals, because he's a brilliant death metal vocalist, and it seems to be just a bit of a waste. Maybe he's getting on, maybe he just can't do it anymore, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I chose. Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth for a solo album. Crazy. Okay, second to last question. An album to rebuy or in better condition for your collection. So I went for Testament. I was going to say Legacy. Testament, The New Order. So from 1988. So this is actually an original pressing from 1988, and it has a lot of love. It's not too bad, but the disc itself, it's a bit noisy, and I would like a better copy of it. But it's great to have. It plays fine. It's just noisy, but I'd like to have it again. The cover's actually pretty good, but it's one of those albums I don't like the noise on it, because it's my favourite Testament album. So yeah, so that's that. And the very last question. Because of cost or availability, what album have you not picked up yet? Lots of trash albums from the 80s, mid 80s and late 80s I'd love to have. Very hard to get. I know Zentrix is coming out, reissue is coming out end of this month, end of January. I've pre-ordered it, I can't wait. But an album I'd love to have is Anthrax, Among the Living. Between that and Spreading Disease, my favourite Anthrax albums. Yeah, it's their album to get. I mean, it's a one that I don't like to risk too much money on buying it online in case it came in shit condition, because it is pretty pricey. But if I did see it at a fair or somewhere like that in good condition, I would definitely buy it regardless. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's my 20 questions. This probably took forever. Great Metal Tag 22. This is brilliant. I really enjoyed doing this. Fair play, Scott, for coming up with this, man. I know you had it out last year. I didn't do it because I think it was new to the VC, and I would have totally fucked it up more than I have done now. But yeah, thanks Scott for putting this out, man. It's good fun. Cheers. Thanks guys for watching. Hope to see a lot of you doing this, because it's great just to see what the crack is like, you know. So yeah, that's me, guys. I'll see you this week for an update. Take care. All the best. Good luck.